Back in the early 2000s, Jeff Dunham seemed to be everywhere, especially if you happened to scroll past Comedy Central. It was hard not to notice the comedian and his unforgettable cast of puppets popping up on screen. But his rise to fame didn't happen overnight. Long before his breakout success in the 2000s, Dunham was already honing his craft. He began performing at Six Flags in the 1970s, gradually building his career from theme park stages to comedy clubs, then onto Broadway, and eventually landing appearances on The Tonight Show. One of Jeff Dunham's earliest cars was a 1971 Mercury Marquis, which even served as his ride to prom. Back then, he wasn't chasing flashy sports cars, rare editions, or collector pieces. Instead, he cruised around in a blue second-generation Marquis, complete with a bold chrome front bumper and sleek chrome trim running along its sides. In fact, Mercury produced 114,636 Marquis models in 1971, making it a solid and respectable choice for the time. As you dive deeper into Jeff Dunham's car collection, it becomes clear that even the ordinary vehicles aren't quite so ordinary. There's usually a unique twist that sets them apart. Take his 2012 Jeep Wrangler, for instance, a version inspired by the Call of Duty series. This special edition comes loaded with distinctive upgrades, including heavy-duty moper, front and rear bumpers, 32-inch off-road tires, tail lamp guards, a custom hood design, and exclusive Call of Duty fender badges. A devoted fan of Mopar, Jeff Dunham naturally owns several cars from that golden era. Among the standout pieces in his collection is the rare 1970 Plymouth Superbird. His Superbird is equipped with a powerful 426 Hemi engine paired with a manual transmission. Restoring it was no small task. It took an entire year to bring the car back to life. The restoration team focused on authenticity, carefully recreating every detail, from the engine and bucket seats to the iconic Roadrunner horn. It doesn't get much more unusual or surprisingly practical than an amp. The car, first introduced at the 1961 New York Auto Show, these amphibious cars were only produced for about 5 years. In total, just 3,878 units were built by the Quante Group in Germany. This isn't just a quirky display piece sitting in Jeff Dunham's garage either. He's actually taken it out onto the water several times, including a friendly race against fellow car enthusiast Jake Leno. Whether it's for filming or simply having fun, Dunham clearly puts this one-of-a-kind vehicle to good use. Jeff Dunham has an AMC Gremlin in his collection, but this one comes with a distinctive twist. It's a 1973 AMC Gremlin, Levi's edition, styled to echo the look of Levi's jeans. The design leans heavily into that denim theme, featuring blue seat fabric resembling jeans, copper-tone stitching, metal-style buttons, and signature Levi's branding throughout the interior. It's a quirky concept that definitely stands out. While Jeff Dunham's collection is packed with vintage classics, it also makes room for more modern machines. One example is the 2021 Ford Bronco, which marked the return of the Bronco in its 6th generation. This two-door model came fitted with a twin-turbocharged 2.7-liter V6, giving it plenty of power to match its rugged design. But apparently, when you already have a fleet of Hummers, one more off-roader isn't exactly essential. Dunham ended up listing the Bronco for sale in November 2023. Recognizing Jeff Dunham's passion for Mopar, Chrysler approached him ahead of the SEMA Show 2012 with a bold idea to transform his Dodge Challenger using an extensive lineup of Mopar upgrades. The result was a custom build known as Project Ultraviolet, where a team integrated around 150 Mopar parts and accessories into the car. What emerged was a dramatically enhanced rear-wheel drive Challenger that blended style and performance. Drawn to the unusual and unconventional, Jeff Dunham naturally found a place in his collection for the quirky Brubaker box, created during the Van Craze era of the 1970s. The concept came from Curtis Brubaker, who built the prototype using a kit mounted on a Volkswagen Beetle chassis. The result was the uniquely styled Brubaker box, a bold idea that aimed for commercial success but never quite took off.